Hey, my name is Mitch. Welcome to my channel. In this episode, we'll be upcycling this existing workbench and converting it to a miter station. So let the demolition begin. Okay, the guy that lived here before me was an absolute giant, so the first thing I have to do is cut this down to a normal human's height so it'd be usable. So I really didn't have a plan for the miter station. I knew I didn't want to build cabinets. Being on a budget, I wanted to use as much as the existing bench as I possibly could. Of course, I did like any normal human being would do and binged a bunch of miter saw station videos on YouTube and kind of came up with the idea of what I would want. And I think in binge watching all those videos, it really educated me on what I wanted to do and gave me a direction. And the one vital thing I did pull away from it was the most essential tool would be a pocket hole jig. Check for level. And good to go. Rant alert. What you see me doing there is using a grizzly track saw to cut 3/4 inch plywood. There's a certain YouTube tool review guy that claims this saw struggles with cutting 3/4 inch plywood. That's absolutely false. I use this saw all the time to cut 3/4 inch plywood and I never have an issue. You're going to see me several times in this video cutting 3/4 inch plywood with that $135 track saw from Grizzly. It's made in China, like most tools are. It's not a Festool, it's not a Milwaukee, doesn't claim to be. So I have no idea why tool review people will compare this to a more expensive saw. Just compare it apples to apples, please. Back to the regular scheduled program. Oh look, here I am cutting it again. 3/4 inch plywood, no problems. And again, 3/4 inch plywood, no problem. Okay, sorry about that. But I will leave a link in the description for that saw in case anybody's interested. I'm not sponsored or paid by Grizzly. I have 70 subscribers. And for your listening pleasure, the Ryobi palm router with a flush trim bit. Oh, so relaxing. Listen to that. So the one thing I kept in mind was real estate. So in planning this in my head, I knew that I wanted something narrow. So the bench is about 20 inches. And I chose a Makita LS 1040 10-inch chop saw or miter saw. That's the saw of choice, and it's been working fine for me so far. I don't foresee any changes anytime soon. Alright, I'm just locating some obstacles that I'm going to have to cut to miss. And here I am making those cutouts. It's pretty obvious. Dialing in to fit. Nailed it. Okay, so the new station sees some action. Here I am cutting a long strip of MDF into smaller strips of MDF, and later on in the video you'll see exactly why. Hey, look at that, I'm on Instagram. Give me a follow. Alright, mistake number one. I glued this piece of MDF on top of the piece of MDF I just screwed to the wood. I will have to demolish this whole thing to replace it. Smart move. And mistake number two is coming up. Let's see if you can get it. Oh, right there. Good thing math isn't essential for woodworking. 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 1.5 inches. So yeah, let's use 2-inch nails. Yep, pain's real. Pain is real. Okay, so in binging all those Modern Station videos, the one that stuck out to me the most was the one that Mike Farrington did. Not that this is anything like his, because it's obviously not. But I like his idea of just shimming up the miter saw to the level that you need it versus making a cutout in the station or whatever and doing that math. So one of the actual things I did plan out is I knew that the 4 layers of MDF at 3/4 inch would give me 3 inches, which is almost what I need for my miter saw, which only left me shimming up the miter saw with a washer at each corner, and now I'm level all the way across. Makeshift torsion box kind of deal, yeah. What's up? Alright, fence time. So here I am measuring the length and about to rip down some MDF. Oh yeah, I need a height of the miter saw fence as well. There you go. Good job. I'm sure at some point I'll get a comment from the state police about all the MDF dust I'm breathing in. Save your breath, I get it from my wife. Just realized that shirt looks like a damn dress on me. I'm not sure what didn't look right to me, but I broke out the square just to make sure everything was okay, and I'm pretty sure it was. I would like to show some appreciation at 100 subscribers, so leave a comment below on what you think that giveaway should be, within reason, obviously. Here I'm using that cheap Grizzly track saw track to go across the face of my miter saw to set the line on where I need to construct this fence. Good thing I know it is accurate. And if you're paying close attention, you will notice that I'm very cautious on where I am keeping my left hand when I am using my nail gun. Hey, here's a question for all the middle-aged guys out there. At what point does a man just lose his butt? Like, look, my ass is gone. My wife points this out to me constantly. If you look on the floor and see that pile of MDF dust, I imagine the other half is probably in my lungs. So probably should get a dust collector or wear a mask or something, I guess. Okay, another thing I picked up on Mr. Farrington's video is how he protected the MDF. he used a concoction of polyurethane and paint thinner. I'm doing the same thing. I'm using 50 poly, 50 paint thinner. For whatever reason, he just wouldn't share the recipe on his video. Go figure. Okay, so now I'm just trimming out with some pine. Totally unnecessary, but it cleans things up, makes it look better. If I gotta look at it, you know, why not? Y'all saw how fast I pulled my hand back? I was scared. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of this video, so let me go over some stuff I didn't capture or lost footage. Every time I hear that somebody lost footage, I figure they're lying and didn't have it, but I actually lost footage, so now I believe those people. Okay, first off, I have a dust right cyclone dust collector that is hooked up to that shop vac. So I do have dust collection on my miter saw. It's also hooked up to a remote switch, so I have that going for me. I have T-track on top of the fence that extends all the way across the miter saw fence like Mr. Farrington's does. Therefore, you can run that stop block and you can have repetitive cuts on small pieces of wood. So that's good. And I think I have a cat Moser. No, I know I have a cat Moser stop block as well. And with all that being said, I hope this video had brought you some entertainment or some value. And if you would, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay. Y'all see the T-track going all the way across? Yep. And there's that cat Moser stop block. See, I wasn't lying. It's there. Thanks for watching.